So basically what we're going to do here today is a steak rub. Normally this goes with a ribeye steak, but what we are going to use today is a beef sirloin steak. So our rub is going to consist of butter, basil, rosemary, thyme, chopped parsley, minced garlic, and paprika, and lemon juice. So some of the things you could do if you don't have rosemary, you can use oregano. If you do not have red pepper flakes, or your family doesn't like real hot things, you can use paprika. So basically what I'm going to do is take one stick of butter, and I'm just going to put that in there. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a tablespoon of chopped basil. And then I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of rosemary. And then I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of thyme. Or, correction, 2 teaspoons of thyme. And then I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of chopped parsley. And then 3 garlic minced cloves. Garlic is great. And then I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of paprika. And then I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. So once you get all that in there, you're going to mix this up. You're going to just keep smushing it. Mix it thoroughly. It's not meant to look pretty by no means, but you want to mix all these herbs and spices in there. Just mix it up real good. There's different ways you can store this. I mean, you could take plastic wrap and you can roll it in a ball and you could slice it and then put it on your steaks when they're cooking. Or you can just leave it in this bowl and you could take it and you could spread it. Put a thin layer on your steaks, and as we get going, when we start cooking the steaks, I will show you how we do that. This is just something to add to give it flavor. Of course, steaks have already got good flavor as it is, but if you like something a little different, this right here is definitely the way to go. And you know, like I said, there's some things in here that you can do differently. You can, say for instance, for the rosemary, you can use oregano if you like to. As I stated earlier, the red pepper flakes, you could use paprika. So we use a lot of paprika around here, especially when we start smoking our briskets and so forth like that. And some of the stuff I'll share with you of how we do those. But that will be in a later video. So you just want to continue to mix this up. And then once you get it all mixed in together, you want to stick it in the fridge, and you want to let it harden just a little bit. Not let it get runny, because when you put your steaks on, you want to give it the opportunity to melt over the steak and be able to soak in, and then you'll have a good tasting steak. So this is what we're going to do right now. And so this is mixed up pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the fridge. We're going to let it harden up just a little bit. And like I said, you can roll it, put it in a clear plastic. You can roll it, then you can slice it just like you would butter, or you can leave it in here. Take a butter knife and then spread it over your steaks while they're cooking. It's really up to you how you want to do this. So stay tuned. I will get back with you shortly when we start cooking the steaks. All right, welcome back. So we've already got our topping for the steak. That's already in the fridge and it's chilling right now. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the steaks that we have here and we are going to put a coat of oil on them. So basically you don't have to soak them or anything like that. I know these steaks look just a little bit different what you buy out of a store. These are from a beef that we bought last year. Well, not last year, probably about 6-8 months ago. And so we found it to probably be the most tasty meat that there is versus the store. But you want to take the oil and you just want to rub it in. It's going to be our binder. You know, you can use olive oil, vegetable oil, whichever one you want to do. But this is going to be considered our binder. Okay, so once we get the oil on, we want to reach and we're going to start putting sugar on this. And it can be the coarse kosher salt and just sprinkle on top. And it will stick to that oil. And also too, you want to make sure that these steaks are at room temperature. We're going to do the front and the back. Let's see. All right, there's the front. So now we're going to go to the back, turn them. Sprinkle a little bit more oil on there. You don't have to put a whole lot, I think, on the other side. That may got a little bit too much, but it's not going to hurt it. Just take it and just rub that in. This is our binder. Get that in there real good. Then we're going to take our salt and we're going to do the same thing again. You can put as much salt as you want on it. If you're a person that likes a whole lot of salt, that is totally up to you. But for this family right here, this is basically what we do. Just keep sprinkling it. Once you get down there, just pat it down just a little bit. And there, she's done. What we're going to do is let these set for just a little bit. And when we get ready to cook these, we're going to put them on a smoker. And we're going to smoke them at 250 degrees. And when we get to that point, I will come back and I'll show you how we do that. So stand by. Thank you for watching. All right, welcome back. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our steaks on here. They've already been seasoned. They've had a rub on them that has got oil. You can, like I said, you can use olive oil or you can use vegetable oil. And then I sprinkled salt on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them here on the smoker. I'm going to let them cook till they get medium well. And the reason why I say medium well is because that's how my family likes their steaks. So we're going to let them cook probably about half an hour on this side. And then what we're going to do is we'll come back and flip them over. And we're going to test the temperature to see if they're between 150 and 155. And then we'll go ahead and put the butter on them. Or the compound butter that we have with all the spices that I put in there that I showed you all at the beginning. So stay tuned, I will get back with you. All right, so we're back here. So we're going to test the temperature of the steak. So I'm going to go to the thickest part of the meat, which this steak is larger. So we're at 126 degrees. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these steaks because I want them to cook to 150 to 155. Some people like to put these on a grill to get a sear on them, but I like them just how they are right now. I mean, the smoker's good enough for me. It tenderizes the meat and it just makes it real good. So it's depending on how you want to do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my butter, compound butter, and I'm going to put it on the steak since I turned it. And I'm going to let this, let's move this one, this is larger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cook and melt. And it's going to drain over the steak. And it's going to give it a real good flavor. I know you can watch some and they got it real pretty or whatever, but this does the same. No matter if you roll it up, put it in a ball, or however you do it, this right here does just the same. The bottom line is you want something that tastes good. Maybe put an extra one in there, an extra one in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it cook for another half an hour till it reaches 150 to 155, and then we'll take it off. That'll put it as medium well, and we'll cut it up and get ready to serve with the rest of the meal that we have. All right, welcome back. So our steaks are done. They're at 155, and we've got our garlic, butter, and all of our spices on top. So basically what we're going to do, I'm going to start with the first steak. I know I cooked 4, but I'm not going to go through and cut them all up. So it is pretty tender, as you see there. Looks good. It's got a smoke ring. So we're going to slice this up, and then I'll come back and I'll give you an update how everything looks. So basically what we've done, so for this meal right here, we've done Brussels sprouts that we roasted. Oh, it cuts right through there perfectly. And then we're going to have mashed potatoes. Simple meal. You can have everything done within probably about an hour and a half. So I'm going to finish cutting up. See, it's tearing up as I cut it. Totally, it's awesome. Smoked meat, I know some people like a sear, but this right here is it just cuts good, and it's tender. So that's what you're hunting for. So stay tuned, and I will get back with you, and I'll show you the final meal.